Alrighty, what's up, my peeps, and you motherfuckers and scumbags? Peter Joseph here for another video, right here, on the official Peter Joseph YouTube channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel, my other four main channels, which are down there, you know where, inside my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So subscribe now. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Gotta be real. If you're not, go fuck yourself and rot in hell. But turn on, if you're real, didn't do that. And also share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's your motherfucking bitch. Kind of like what the Dodgers did to the Mets today. Damn. Or the Rangers did to the Devils. But I digress on that. But hit the bell, get notified, and when I do another video, so you don't miss a goddamn motherfucking thing. And that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. So like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. And if you do, well, that's just too fucking bad for you, motherfuckers. That's pretty much it. And that's it. Simple as that. And this is your first time watching. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the content. And if you do like the content, well, welcome to the party, pal. I hope you enjoyed the ride. That's it. If it's your first time watching, you like the content, subscribe to my channels, and enjoy the content. And if you do, then hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get more. And, sit back, relax, grab a cold one. In this case, we got good old-fashioned nature brand water, which is the proud sponsor of life. It is, but whatever you got water, you got soda, juice, tea, beer. I don't give a shit what you got. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if not, then get the fuck out of here. And if you can't do that, then you got problems. That's pretty much it. That's that. But thank you for watching the channel and for all your support. That's pretty much it. All right, on this late Tuesday night, April the 18th, 2023, or if you're now watching on the replay, it is now April the 19th, 2023. Hope you had a great Tuesday. Kind of murky here in the Northeast today. Kind of on and off sunshine. Cold is, not that cold, but, excuse me. But hope you had a good day, and if not, well, maybe tomorrow will be a better day for you. But it is what it is. All right, we're already at the midpoint of April. Getting close to the end. Next week will be the end of April. And hopefully those May flowers will begin. Hopefully get some more warm weather. Get back to, the 80s, get close to 90. Summer's around the corner. Memorial Day is just a month away. Oh, I can't wait for the summer's going to be hot. Well, hopefully not too hot here in the Northeast. And hopefully we don't get no hurricanes, wherever you may be, especially in Florida and Puerto Rico, where my good friend Issa lives. We don't want Category 5s around here, or 4, or 3. Just no hurricanes near, Puerto Rico or Florida, or even around in this area, But we'll see what happens with that. Hurricane season was probably, I think, just about started. I haven't heard anything about any hurricanes in the Atlantic yet, but it's coming. Those damn hurricanes are coming. I'm not talking about the ones from Carolina. It is what it is, and that's that. Oh, so happy, Rangers! Fucking Rangers! Oh, yeah. Beat those Devils, smack those bitches around like the bitches they are, and won 5-2. Tonight, game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals in that shithole in Newark, New Jersey. Gritty fucking Ranger game tonight. We had Chris Kreiderman does what other Kreidermans can. 2 power play goals. It's a power play goal. Freaking Sam Rosen going crazy. It's a power play goal. Yeah, that Tarasenko a goal. Kaido a goal. Rangers are just on fire tonight. So they take game 1 of the best of 7 series. Game 2 will be this Thursday at the Rock, or as I call it, the Pebble in New Jersey. And then game 3 this Saturday at the Garden is going to be rocking. I can't wait. I can't wait to be there. It's going to be amazing. Oh, it's going to be great. And then game 4, if necessary, on... Well, actually, game 4, because it's, best of 7. So game 4 will be Monday night. I will not be there because I'll be watching Raw. I might go to the bar. I'm not sure, but anyway, next time the Rangers will be at home after game 4 will be game 6, which will probably be sometime next weekend. So see about that, but I don't think it's going to last 6. The way this Rangers team is playing, they play tonight. Devil fans, you better wake up. Because if you play like that on Tuesday, it is over. Over! There's no way the Devils are going to win at least 2 in the Garden. No. It is over for you if you don't win tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Thursday. We have that, and that's it. As far as the Mets and Yankees go, well, Mets stunk up the joint today, lost 5-0. Couldn't even get a goddamn fucking hit. One stinking hit. That was Francisco Lindor. Because Kershaw does what he does best, and that's own us. Fucking shit. I knew we were going to lose that game. Tomorrow we got Mad Max Scherzer on the mound against Thor. Syndergaard. I hope we whip his ass tomorrow afternoon. But it is what it is. Mets fall 5-0, fall 3 games back of JD's faggot Braves. Yeah, that's what they are. And their fans are too. They're disgusting, crappy Braves. It is what it is. But the Yankees, once again, they lost. They lost to the Angels of Anaheim. I'm happy. So at least the Rangers won. It made my night a little bit better. And that's pretty much it. And that's where it should be. Fuck the Yankees, fuck the Braves, fuck the Devils, fuck the Islanders, and fuck the Bruins too. That's all that matters. That's it. Alright, enough about that bull funky. Let's get to your NXT review for tonight, April the 18th, 2023, from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. Alright, so we're going to get into that. So chat room's wide open, like Grabby Sky's legs. If you want to talk about NXT or Raw or anything you want, basically. We're not going to go 3 hours like we went last night. I don't think we will. I doubt it we will. I got things to do tomorrow, so. And I feel like I'm congested. I feel like bleh right now. But it's what it's the weather. Anyway. Mohammed Belzine. I keep saying his name wrong, but whatever. It's Mohammed's in the chat, says, Happy Tuesday on a late Tuesday. On a Tuesday night, Peter Joseph, I hope you are doing well, and same with everyone, well, besides you in the chat. It is what it is, but I hope you had a good Tuesday and you have a good Wednesday, sir. Thank you for the comment, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, it is what it is. If you had a good day, great. You had a bad day, well, get over it. And if you can't get over it, then you got problems. Go see a therapist. Because you have a problem. It's called obsession. But I digress. Alright, so let's get into NXT tonight. It was a pretty decent show. The go-home show before next week's Spring Breakin 2. And we'll see what happens with that. I'm still going to sound like Rosa now. Because every 5 seconds, like... Yeah. Clearing a goddamn throat, which is annoying. You heard it before if you've been following my videos over the last couple of years. Sometimes I'll have her, you'll hear her go... when she's around, when she's near me. Right now, she's sleeping. after we had the good sex. But it is what it is. But in any case, we move on. All right, so we started off NXT tonight. Sorry, a second. All right, so we started off NXT with a quick recap. It wasn't even a recap. We're about the number one contenders match, I think, between Carmelo Hayes and oh, he did it, Grayson Waller. But they cut away from that, and we go right into the arena with a big ass extreme bash. No, big ass brawl between the NXT Tag Team title competitors. We had the Gallus Boys, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, with Joe Coffey at ringside. And the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, with Ivy Nile at ringside. And then they had the Dyad, or the Grizzled Young Veterans, who are still in NXT, surprisingly. And they're supposed to get a push, out the door. So we had Fowler and Reed, along with Joe Gacy, who looked like he came from a meeting with Tony Khan, wearing glasses. And they had the beautiful Ava Raine. Woo! Smoking hot tonight. So we had that, and officials had to break everything up until the Creed brothers were all alone in the ring. So I was like, oh, we're going to do this later then? Nope, we get it right now. All right, so I didn't rate that brawl, so I'm going to rate the match, of course. So we have match number 1 for the NXT Tag Team belts. Gallus versus the Creed brothers versus the Dyad. Can we just please change him back to the Grizzled Young Veterans, because the Dyad sounds really weird. I don't even know if that's an acronym for something like, do you... Never mind. I don't even know what it means. Well, in any case, it's also with Julius, Wolfgang, and Fowler in the ring. The brawl to start. Julius comes off the top, the drop kick both of them. Then he tags in his brother Brutus, and they take turns slamming into each other. Slamming each other, into Fowler and Wolfgang like it was at a mosh pit. Get out of the way, asshole! I'm sorry, it was in the mosh pit by accident. That's what not to do at a concert. Just stand there, and when you see a mosh pit form, you get the fuck out of the way. If not, you're going to be sent about 15 feet in the air. That happened to me at a show. I was just trying to move, and the guy's like, get out of here, Gilmore, Well, Joseph, back then was Gilmore. I got sent like 5 feet in the air at a kiddie show. It was Kitty, Straight Line Stitch, Soil, and I forget who the opening band was. It was God Forbid, I think, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Right when Soil came on, there was like a mini circle pit. There was like a few 50 to 100 people there, because it was like BB King's. Which is, I don't even know if it's still there anymore. I don't think so. But doing Soil, and they formed a little pit. I was like, oh, I'm getting out of here. I moved, and then this guy just like came, he was circling, and I accidentally moved forward, and he just like, get out of here. I didn't fall down on my ass or anything. I just like lost my balance. But in any case, that was fun. And then the lead singer of Soil was not the original lead singer. He was giving high fives to the crowd, and I like stuck my hand out, and he missed me for a second, and he came back like, there he is, the man right there. And then I actually, after the show, I went up to hang out with the bands and everything, and I went up to the Soil, and I was like talking to the lead singer. It's like I didn't think you were gonna slap me five. It's like, no man, I saw you. Thanks for coming out, dude. That's what I do. Like Mark Henry says, that's what I do. I support the bands, god damn it. That's why I work in music, so I have to support the band. Why do you think I support In This Moment so much? Because I used to work for that band. The record company they used to be on. Not Century. They used to be on Century, then they went to certain Roadrunner. They were there for like one album, and then somehow left. But it is what it is. I still support the band through thick and thin. Coming up on ITM 8, motherfuckers. Coming out this summer, most likely. Mostly. They're going to be touring in, I think, late June or July with Motionless in White. The Dark Horizon Tour, they're calling it. But, yeah, another non-New York date. No, not even sniffing New Jersey. That sucks. You want to go see him in New York? Go up to Albany, where Maria Brink lives. She lives in Schenectady, well, around the Albany area. You want to see in this moment in New York? Go up to Albany or Poughkeepsie. No dates around the New York City area, which fucking sucks. I haven't seen him since 2019. Fucking sucks, man. I'm not mad about it. I'm not too mad about it, but I mean, you know, can you please come to New York? I mean, the city. I know there's not that many places you can play besides, you know, the Barclays Center maybe, or the Hammerstein Ballroom. Or even little dinky freaking bar like Santos Party House or something like that in Lower Manhattan. Give me what I want. I want to see you guys again, man. I miss you. But, you know, it's not up to me. It's up to their management and whoever runs the stupid tour. The tour manager needs to be fired immediately. I haven't seen a concert in a while, man. I think because of the pandemic and everything, you know. The last actual concert I was at was New Year's Day doing an acoustic show for the fans and everything. 2021 when I first met, well, not the first time I met Ash Costello. That's the second time. But she's a doll. I love her. I shouldn't call her Ash. I call her Wash. I don't want to tell the story, but I have to anyway. She was doing a live show on Instagram, and well, before that, she put up a picture because she was of her being sick and everything. So, I left a comment saying, "Feel better, Ash," and then my stupid phone with the stupid autocorrect made Ash to look like Wash. So in turn, it meant Wash. Like sounding like you're from Boston, Wash. And then I didn't think of anything of it. Next thing I know, I'm getting like notifications on my phone, like, what the fuck? And then Ash Costello, no cap, no lie, she got back to me on Instagram, DM'd me on Instagram, and with the picture, and then a link to her live show. And then I see the comment, I'm like, oh no! I feel so fucking embarrassed. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Ash, I didn't mean this. My stupid phone. Damn it. So she's like, nope, can't take it back now. That's my nickname now, forever. I'm like, oh, great. 60 years old, I'm going to meet Ash Costello, you know. Well, I probably won't be alive by then, but in any case. Damn. I'm like, great. Now, next time I have to see you, I have to go, hey, Wash, how you going, Wash? You remember me? I am not going to live that down calling Ash Costello Wash. Oh, God. But at least it works now. All the fans are like, what? Who's Wash? And Ash is like, oh, that's my nickname now. Because this guy. I'm waiting for them to come. I'm waiting for them to do a concert in New York. Because if I can get to do the meet and greet, and if she sees me, she's like, oh no, that's him. I'm like, hi, Wash. It's like, remember me? It's like, somebody get the security guard. No. It is what it is. But man, I am so embarrassed to say that to her. I mean, come on now. But in any case, we move on from that. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Cruisin Young Veterans changing their name. But in any case, let's get back to NXT. All right, so yeah, so Brutus goes amok on Fowler and Wolfgang, covers for a near fall. Fowler gets Brutus into the corner, tags in Jagger Reed. They take out Julius, and then they kick Wolfgang down a little bit. Then Reed lays in some fists to Brutus. Wolfgang nails him and tags in Mark Coffey. They catapult into a slam. That was pretty nice. And then Mark Coffey starts stomping away at both the competitors in the ring, Brutus and Reed. Sounds like a fight. Sounds like an actual name for a boxer, Brutus Reed. Apollo Creed? No. Anyway, move on. All right, so they're taking care of Brutus. He gets sent into the corner. Reed follows. Brutus escapes, tags in Julius, who goes berserk. Belly-to-belly suplex on Reed and Mark Coffey. Then he locks in the stretch muffler. But Mark Coffey breaks it up and then he back suplexes Julius. Then he hits Reed with a European Tiger uppercut. And he puts him on top of the turnbuckle. He climbs up. Reed knocks him down, and then somehow Julius just like, whoop! He leaped onto the top rope. What are you, Shelton Benjamin all of a sudden? Then he slams Reed down. Then he just stays there. And then he hits a big-time moonsault on him for a near fall as Mark Coffey had to get the save. And the fans were like, wow. That was pretty nice. Then chaos happens. Fowler gets taken down with a double axe handle. Reed is then super kicked onto Mark Coffey and almost gets the 3 count out of it. Close, but no cigar. Julius just sent into the corner. Reed monkey flips him, but he lands on his feet and then drop kicks said Reed. He goes up top for some ground and pound punches, but Mark Coffey pulls him down, hits a leaping front kick off the rope as we go to picture-in-picture. And we come back from that, and Reed, Mark Coffey, and Julius trade blows in the middle of the ring. Reed with a drop kick to Mark Coffey, Julius with a drop kick to Reed. And all down, the fans are like, yeah, this is great. And then all 3 teams make the hot tag to their partners. Brutus comes in like a house of fire, running over Fowler and Wolfgang. Takes down the straps. He's all ready to go. He's like, yeah! He sets Fowler on top of Wolfgang, and he's like, Hulk smash! Crazy that guy is. Then a big time clothesline in the corner to Wolfgang. Then another one to Reed. Then he catches Wolfgang in a pinning situation and suplexes Reed with a suplex as well for a near fall as Fowler broke it up. So chaos inside that ring. And then the dyad taking a Mark Coffey on the outside. The Creeds do the same to Wolfgang. And then both members of the take it back. So both of them get sent into the steel steps. Ow. And then the dyad and the Creeds go in the ring for a humongous brawl. Julius gets sent to the outside. Brutus gets hit with an enziguri. Then they hit a double team Michinoku bomb. Don't heard that, but okay. Julius gets back in to clear the pin. He gets a knee from Fowler right in the face, but he fires back with a suplex to both of them. And then Ava Raine gets on the apron, showing her hot ass for distraction, and Fowler with a shot to the throat. And then Reed tags in. He goes up top, but Brutus catches him. Fowler's up on Julius' shoulders. They hit the super Brutus ball. This time it actually hits. Remember last time it didn't get that much? It was a real big botch. So they hit the super Brutus ball to Fowler, but then Gallus comes in, and they nail Brutus with their finisher. 1, 2, 3. Gallus retains the NXT Tag Team belts in just over 13 minutes. Pretty decent match. I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Gallus remains the champs. And we'll see what happens with all that. Ivy Nile got involved in there. She got taken care of by Ava Raine. Just craziness. This match was chaotic. Fast-paced, chaotic. Gotta love it. That's all I gotta say about that. And we move on with all that. Alright, after that, we go to a video from earlier in the day where a camera crew goes into the dreaded parking lot. They find Dominic Dijak, or as we call him, the Big Boss Man 2.0. He's coming into the parking lot. He's asked about the draft coming up next Friday. He says, Raw and SmackDown know where to find him. And then he says, I'm going to go beat up the Russian Ilya Dragunov. And then the cameraman kind of continues on, asking Dijak questions. And Dijak's like, leave me alone! Pushes him down. Uh-oh, that's going to cost some money. And then Apollo Crews shows up and picks up the camera and says, you okay? Picks him up, and then him and Dijak go at it. It's like, hey, he was just doing his job. What the fuck, man? So Dijak says Apollo's trying to make his name before the draft, and suggests, he's like, you want to fight? Oh, we'll fight. So Crews like, well, my schedule's wide open like Rebby Sky's legs, so we're gonna have a Paul Stanley special, right, Paul? Let's do it. So there you go. So later on, we're going to have Apollo Crews and Dijak. Dijak. And that's pretty much it. And we will move on from there. That's it. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video for Noam Dar, the NXT Heritage Cup champion. He's going to be making his return to NXT. So we got that coming up in a little bit. Then we get to the weirdest fucking segment of the night. Nathan Frazier and his new, I don't know what it is, a gimmick? I don't know what this is. I was like he's doing a talk show, like he's on SNL or something like that. He's doing a thing called Hard Hitting Home Truths with Nathan Frazier. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, it reminds me of that great anime, Golden Boy. What is this?
Excuse me, is this basic? Now, why would you use something so primitive as basic? Shut up! We use MS-DOS here.
She touched me. If you don't know what Golden Boy is, go look it up. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, so he says he's more than a guy who can just flip. Talks about how things haven't been going great for him since he came back from injury. Came close to winning, I think, to get into the NXT North American title match at Stand and Deliver. Always gotta say it like the Yes Boys, because if you don't say it right, you're not saying it right. But anyway, but something's kind of missing. It's easy to get sad or depressed about it, but he came to the realization that his place is cutthroat and full of studs and studettes. He says, this place is quality and all you have to do is look inward. Can't be sad if he doesn't throw down, and speed is important in life as it defies gravity like an airplane, and if you're fast enough, unhappiness can't catch you. What? I'm like, what? I didn't even get that segment. That was very confusing. So I gave it a very confusing 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know where this is going. I'm like, why is he going in a different direction? You know, he can't just he be Ben Frazier? Why does he have to be some guy that looks like that? Maybe he's trying to channel his inner Evan Bourne or Matt Sydal. You know, find your third eye. Namaste. Okay. I don't know. But we move on. Alright, then we got to match number 2. We have Noam Dar making his NXT return. He takes on the young upstart Miles Bourne. No relation to Evan Bourne. I don't think they would be elated because it's spelled differently. But it is what it is. We got move on with that. All right, so pretty decent match. Nothing great there, but they circle and lock up. Collar elbow tie up. Jar backs him into the corner, dodges a punch before getting grabbed for a takedown. Jar turns it right back around and locks on a 1901 headlock. But he gets sent into the ropes, stopped short as Bourne leapfrogs before kicking his leg out from under him. Ouch. Jar with some knee lifts, gets backed into the corner for some body shots by the big man. Goes to whip Jar across the rope, but Jar blocks it with a kick. Catches him for a overhead elbow strike. Then he hits a hangman DDT, which turns into a drop. Like a hangman DDT, plop. I like Randy Orton is not this voice. And then a kick to the head. Jar with some really stiff kicks. And then more on the knees. Ugh, killing him. Goes for a front kick, but Bourne catches it and punches Jar right in the face. And then hits a drop kick. And he catches Jar with an overhead suplex throw. I think you just call it an overhead suplex. But anyway, but Bourne is favoring his knees because of the lethal strikes that he got on there. Goes for a German suplex, but Jar catches the ropes, fights him off. Then he hits a big knee to the head, knocking Miles Bourne out. Then he hits another one. Then he hits the Nova Roller. I have no idea what it is. I think it's like a running, not like golfing kickstand. You know, in his trouble in paradise, but he kind of runs out of the corner with a kick, like a roundhouse kick. Running roundhouse kick, I guess you can call it. 1, 2, 3. Noam Dar gets his first win back in NXT. Under 3-minute match. Did I say 3 minutes? And we got that. Match was alright. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, after that, we get to a nice video package for the beautiful Roxanne Perez, or Roxy. Where she says Zoe Stark can go in the ring, but it doesn't give her permission to go at other people like she does. She says character wins over talent every time. That's true. Roxy wants to win back her NXT Women's title, and then she mentions Bookie Hogan, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! Okay, we'll get to her in a minute. Self-inflated opinion believes, and she believes she's the number 1 contender, but if she has to go through her and Zoe to get back her title, she will do that. And tonight she says that she's going to shut Zoe up. So we got Zoe Stark and Roxy coming your way. Pretty good match between two lovely lassies. And we move on with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, I have to talk about this. Earlier in the day, we see Josh Briggs walk into the beautiful Kiana James' office. And he's like, hey, can we talk about my, my partner, Brooks Jensen? So Kiana's like, why? And, well, Briggs is like, well, I helped you, kind of get together, you're kind of in a rough patch right now. So Kiana says that Brooks doesn't want to talk to them anymore. And then Briggs starts crying like a little bitch. I lost my partner because of you, you bitch. Kiana's like, fuck you. Go find somebody else. And basically says we have a connection together. Oh, God. Anyway, Kiana tells Briggs to talk to him. And then Brooks Jensen comes in looking like Triple H from like 1990, early 1990s. Remember when he first came in? He was all that, the pomp and blue, the Englishman Triple H before he became the Gamer. With the Englishman shirt and everything, hair all tied back, looking fabulous. But in any case, he comes in and looked like $1 million. He's like giving Kiana the eye, and he basically tells Josh, "You, I think, should go." And Briggs is like, well, we need to talk like family. And Jensen's is like, you're not my family anymore. And I'm tired of being treated like a kid. And Kiana treats me better than, treats me like a man. I'm like, I bet she does. I bet she does, dude. Briggs says, well, we never treated you any less than a man, and I don't even recognize the man I'm talking to right now. So Jensen's like, get out of my office. Well, her office. So I'm like, yup, Jensen and Kiana fucked. There you go. There you go, Jensen. You finally popped your cherry. All right, enjoy the sex, my friend. Enjoy the good sex with Kiana James. Give her one for me, dude. But that's it. So Brooks, Jensen, and Briggs split ski. That's all it took, man. All it took was a good kiss, and then she wanted to ride your dick. I mean, come on, Jensen, come on. You knew it was gonna happen. You let it happen, dude. So congratulations to hitting that home run. You got the first base, and now you're round to the bases, my friend. And you look like $1 million with that shirt. Look like a new Brooks Jensen. A man who finally got some. All right. Let's have a drink. Let's have a toast to Brooks Jensen having sex with Kiana James. There you go. All right. Now don't fuck it up, Jensen. Don't fuck that up, because you got a beautiful lady at Kiana James, man. Come on. You shouldn't be going one round. You should be going like multiple rounds with her. If you need help, man, I mean, you don't have to tag me in, but I'll tag in. I'll kick your ass out, though. Like, one round, Jensen, get out of here. I'll show Kiana James how to go rounds, my friend. Rounds, my friend. Rounds like I do with the missus and Oscar and Kyrie and EO and, Mercedes Monet. Because that's how I do. Not a minute man like some of you people are. With or without a girl. Well, most of you people don't have girls. You have, your right and left hand. But it is what it is. Because you can't get a girl like Kiana James. Oh, well. Anyway, we move on. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we were supposed to get a match coming up with the big O. Odyssey Jones, not Barry O. It's the big O, Odyssey Jones. He's about to compete in the ring, and then out of nowhere, Braun Breaker. He comes in, spears the living shit out of him, knocks him out. It's like, oh, fuck you. I'm here for 5 seconds. Get out of here. No one wants to see your fat ass. So Braun gets on the mic, cuts his first heel promo, like Scott Steiner would. He has the same fucking voice as Scott Steiner. It's amazing. So he says that's what happens when you get in my way. Last week, I told you fat rednecks. And all we needed was, says, all you rednecks are white trash. Our next match is scheduled for one fall. Coming out first from Dunkin' Donuts, Bully Ray. It's gonna happen. If that does happen, I'm gonna laugh. But I digress. He said, all you fat rednecks that they'll see a different side of him, and I had to put a stop to the pathetic Case U ceremony last week, where everyone got an award. Basically calls Case U clowns, and that's fine. We can do that at the circus. So he says Odyssey Jones just noticed it. Carmelo noticed it. Andre Chase did last week. And then Duke Hudson comes out of the crowd next to, some of the members of Case U, the students. And, like, Duke. So Duke cuts a passionate promo. Passionate. And says, to keep Andre Chase's name out your damn mouth. I'm like, okay there, Will Smith. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Something the trolls can't do with me, my name. Can't keep my name out their fucking mouth. Sometimes. That's called obsession. You'll see me naming people's names around here. I don't need to do that shit anymore. Fuck that. But they want to keep going, bothering, people like Otaku. Big ups to Otaku, by the way. Nothing bad to say about that guy. I did say some bad stuff about him, but I take it all back. Yeah. But it is what it is. We run our separate ways, and that's where we are. We're at separate ways. I'm not his friend. I'm not his confidant. I'm not part of F4S. I never will be. And if he asks me, I'm like, nope. I got my own group, dude. We're not going to merge or anything. We're going to have like Fortune 4 Armada or Fortune 4 Prophecy. No. You stay to your group, Otaku, I'll stay to my group, okay? You do your thing, I will do mine. You just take care of those immature dumbasses who think that you're that word. It's getting pathetic when people call people that word, the P word. I'm not talking pussy, because we get a lot of it, more than you do. But calling people pedophiles and everything when you have no factual proof, it's kind of getting old right now. Very old, especially with a guy like me. But, I mean, people call freaking Otaku a pedophile and they have no proof. They're like, oh, just because he sniffed somebody's, sniffed some panties in Target. Yeah, make him a creep. And the whole thing with Pokemon and everything, that's like a year or two ago, 3 years ago. I don't remember how long ago that was. But the thing is, the difference between Otaku and you, Otaku has more fucking subs and views than you. He has more subs than me, but I don't care about that. I don't care if Otaku has 3,000 subs. Good for him. He's doing good things. Do I care? Not really. Not really. I mean, he's an AEW mark. I like AEW. I like all wrestling. So you can call me a wrestling mark all you want, but I love the sport, professional wrestling. But you want to call me, me and Otaku. We had beef. Now we formed a union. No, we never formed anything. It is what it is, and people going after Otaku and they want to fight him and everything. Not happening. Nobody ever fights on this fucking website in real life. It's just retarded. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, we move on. Where was I? Okay, so Duke Hudson comes out, cause a passionate promo. Say, keep Andre Chase's name out your damn mouth. He says, you ruined my MVP ceremony last week and tore the Chase U flag in half, throwing it down on Mr. Chase. For what? Because you lost the NXT title? Because you said you're moping around the place, you don't like anything now? So he's like, nobody, and he means nobody, puts down Chase U and gets away with it. Not even the unstoppable Braun Breaker. So Duke challenges him to a match next week at Spring Breakin. And then Braun says, well, last time I saw you grabbed your trophy and ran out like a little bitch. And you could take your time to prepare, but at Spring Breakin, and then Duke's like, I'm not finished talking yet. Okay, and the crowd's like, ooh. So he tells Braun to look at him and says, next week is going to be a battle of the giants. Big, beefy men slapping meat in that ring. Braun goes up against the man himself, the legend. You're not a legend. The beating heart of Chase University, Andre Chase. Well, Andre's not a legend, but it's just Andre Chase, Harlem Bravado, whatever you want to call him. So Braun tells Andre Chase to enjoy the next 7 days of his life because at Spring Breakin, he's going to spear him in half, and it's going to be the end of Chase U. Well, didn't Schism say that, and then they lost? Chase U's just a nostalgia act. That's all it is. Should it end? Yes. Will it? No. But it is what it is. But it was a pretty decent promo from both men. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, we go to Mackenzie Mitchell in the back with the resident skater girl. Well, she's still kind of a skater girl, but the evil skater girl, Corey Jade, Sky Blue. So Mackenzie asked her if she regrets her promo from last week, talking about Indy Hartwell, talking about Roxy, talking about basically the entire women's division. So Corey says, I was just being nice last week, and the only regret is that Lyra Valkyria came in and interrupted me. She says, I'm the savior of NXT, and then the lovely Gigi Dolan comes in. Ugh, hot. It says, I only proved her my anger and displacement. Then she says her Instagram famous ass, is going to kick Corey's hot, sexy Instagram style ass later on. So I'm like, oh yeah. Two hot, sexy bitches smacking out that ass around. And that's pretty much it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we move on. All right, after that, we go to break. We come back once again with Mackenzie Mitchell in the back. This time she has the guest boys, Pretty Deadly, of Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Did you know that Elton Prince is 28 years old, and Kit Wilson is going to be 26 years old. So they're not young chickens there, my friends. They're in their mid-20s. They got a long road to go. And I wouldn't dare to say they're going to be drafted to Raw or SmackDown. I would not dare to say that. I would love it. Put Pretty Deadly on Monday night or Friday night. Give them the tag team belts and hold it for a year. But we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, they're in the back. They talk about their brutal attack against Tony D and Stacks last week. They say it was justified. And then they got the win, of course, the cheating win. Kit gets anxious and says he couldn't breathe after being put in the trunk of the car. And they say that they are now playing by their rules, Tony and Stacks. So Elton says, all right, you want a match? Next week at Spring Breakin', we're going to have, for the first time ever, a trunk match. Which means you have to put your opponent, or, in this case, opponents, inside the back of a trunk to win the match. Interesting. I like it. Let's do it. So they say that we'll be the ones putting you guys in the back of a trunk, and say, and what does that say? That famous Italian line? Oh, that's it. You're gonna be sleeping with the fishes. Hey, that's copyright infringement. I used to use that, but because yes, boys, I'll allow it. I used to say that back in the AEW. What was it? I think the AWF when I was part of the Mean Street Mafia. Way back when, with I used to go against a guy named Marco Rose. Marco, if you're out there, hi. I remember meeting Marco Rose at a Ring of Honor show, Supercard of Honor 7. I was like walking with Rosa to my seat, and then I turned around, and I was like, oh shit, it's Marco Rose! I'm like, what do you do? And then we did a promo for the AWF. He's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm enjoying the show. Oh, me too. Then we kind of subscribe to the AWF YouTube channel today. When he was the global champion, I was going after him. Never won. Damn it! I did win the United States title, though. Held it for a long time. 6 months before that federation went bye-bye. Sucks. That was my second cough fed, because I was in Call of Honor, COH. Well, remember that? It's still around, by the way. With the Patriot and Zane now he has a different name. Zane LaFontaine and all these other people that used to be in the YWC back in 2012, 2013 that are kind of gone now. Some of them are still there, but Patriot's still there, and other people are there. I still talk to the owner once in a while. I don't really talk to him that much. Hugh Stevens around there, I think, too. Big ups to him. If they ask me to come back, I may say yes, but, But if I'm going to lose every week, I know it's your fed, dude, but, You gotta roll with the punches to get what's real, like Mr. David Lee Roth used to say. But in any case, what are you gonna do? So, but if I ever go back to a car fed, that's the one I would go to. COH. And then there was CWS that good old buddy Nathaniel Carter used to run with a bunch of people that were just complete, people that one person in particular didn't really give two shits and ran off YouTube. So, beat his ass in Hell in a Cell. But it is what it is. That's that. We move on. But yeah, so we got that. So next week on Spring Breakin', we got Tony D and Stacks, the family, taking on the Yes Boys in the first ever trunk match. All right. And we got that. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on with that. All right, then we get to our next match, Roxy versus Zoe Stark. Pretty decent match. They lock up. Zoe slams Roxy down, begins to work on the wrist. Roxy reverses, slams Zoe back down. They get back up, Roxy with a waist lock. Then there's some counters, and Roxy with an arm drag for a 1 count. Roxy goes right back into the wrist lock and works over the arm, transitions to a 1905 headlock. Zoe picks Roxy up, she counters into a takedown. Then a head scissors to escape. Roxy gets out of it, goes right back into the headlock. So, traditional wrestling. Yay! So there you go. There you go to start. Zoe gets back on her feet, nails Roxy, picks her up. Roxy with a sunset flip attempt, but Zoe blocked it. Zoe goes into the ropes, runs Roxy over, comes off the ropes, gets caught with another headlock. Roxy runs up the turnbuckle for a takedown. Then they get back up. Roxy gets shot into ropes, and a real barrel into a sunset flip for a near fall. Roxy goes for a head scissors, but Zoe blocked it, kicks her in the gut. And then, Zoe takes over with some shots in the corner, a snapmare on a stomp. Sends Roxy into the ropes. Roxy twirls and spin around Zoe with a Hurricane Rana. And then dives through the ropes onto Zoe, who catches her, drops her onto the apron. Ow! As we go to break, we come back. Roxy catches Zoe in the octopus. But Zoe catches her, puts her in the corner, stomps her down a little bit. Knocks her in an inverted sleeper on the mat to wear her down. Zoe hits a jawbreaker to escape. And then Roxy fires back on Zoe, goes completely berserk on her. Zoe gets Roxy on her shoulders, but Roxy escaped. She leaps at Zoe but gets caught. But she escapes, goes for a leaping Luthez press. Well, she goes up for a leaping Luthez press. Then a front drop kick sends Zoe out of the ring. Roxy with another flippy dibbity-doo outside the ring. We go back in. Roxy goes up, nails Zoe with a crossbody, but Zoe rolled through for a near fall. Roxy with a kick to the head, then a Russian leg sweep, and it kind of landed wrong on Zoe. She kind of hit the thing, kind of floated over, and then ran on like Zoe's face. But got a near fall out of that. Zoe comes back goes into the corner. Roxy charges in for an uppercut. She goes to do it again. Zoe escapes through the ropes. She jumps at her. Roxy catches her. She tries to pop rocks and gets countered as Zoe with a big slam for a very near fall. And Zoe's like, no! She goes for the Z360, that inverted go to sleep. Roxy counters for a near fall. And then she hits a super kick. And then Zoe sends her into the corner. Roxy, it was real. You knew it was coming. Because Zoe goes into the corner. And Roxy springboards off the second rope and hits pop rocks. That was nice. 1, 2, 3. Roxanne Perez. Roxy gets the win in over 11 minutes. Pretty decent match. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Get that. And then after the match, Roxy gets on a mic, cuts a promo. Was about to cut a promo, and then the NXT Women's Champion Indy Hartwell comes out. And she congratulates Roxy, says she said it a few weeks ago, but she wanted to say it to her face. I wouldn't be NXT Women's Champ without you, and I'm going to be a fighting champion, and I'm going to give you the first shot. So we're going to have the match next week at Spring Breakin. So Roxy's like, we're friends in and out of the ring, but when it comes to the title, it's every woman for herself. So you got it. So next week, it is official. Indy Hartwell versus Roxy for the NXT Women's Championship. But, and there's always a but, and it smells and stinks. Out comes the beautiful Tiffany Hogan, brother, Brookie Hogan. Tiffany Stratton comes out, looking amazing. Oh. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Joseph Gilmore's dick hard? Oh. Tiffany Stratton, holy shit. She looked good.
Daddy! Can I have your credit card? I gotta get another sexy outfit for my good friend Peter Joseph. He likes me looking in these slutty clothes. Daddy, give me your credit card.
Okay, sunshine, calm down. That Mr. Joseph's a pretty good guy, you know. Make sure he treats you right or I'll kick his ass.
Okay, Daddy, thank you, bye.
Okay. Go have fun, sunshine. Anyway, so she comes out looking like $1 million, and she's like, "Oh, another woman getting a title shot before me. Shocking." So she says Indy's title reign is pure dumb luck, and now beatable women have title shots. Roxy points out that, hey, I beat you in the women's tournament, and Tiff's like, oh, that's so 2022. Well, she said 2020, but 2022. Anyway, she calls Indy beatable again, and then Indy says, it doesn't matter if you're a former women's champion or a bimbo. Ooh. So now that title match becomes a fatal, well, wait, not a fatal, but a triple threat match. So next week, we got a triple threat match. Indy Hartwell defending against Roxy and Tiffany Stratton, and I think we're going to have a Tiffany Epiphany, and she's going to win the title next week. We hope. But we'll see what happens with that. So that was a pretty good aftermath segment, and then that's it. So next week, it's on, like Donkey Kong. Let me move on. All right, then we go to the back with Mackenzie Mitchell and her guest, I did it, Grayson Waller, who is, he's talking about his shoe, his golden shoey. So Mackenzie asks about the title shot since he lost to Johnny Gargano in an unsanctioned match. So Waller says it was unsanctioned, so it didn't really happen. He says, he says that he likes Mello, but he's going to beat him next week. And that's not a prediction. That's just the Grayson Waller effect. He ain't going to win. He ain't going to win. I'm sad to report he ain't going to win. I'd be a shock if he wins. But a little bit too late. But Grayson's going to the main roster, so I don't think he's going to win next week. But it is what it is. So we got the Grayson Waller effect to end the show with Mello and Trick Williams, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to a video from earlier in the day where Von Wagner asked Robbie E., Mr. Robert Stone, for one more chance, and Robbie's like, no, you lost, dude. I'm not your manager anymore. So Von's like, okay, I'll open up to you. Not like that. So he basically says, I always wanted to be in the WWE because my dad was one of the Beverly Brothers. I'm like, what? Is that true? Maybe it is. I guess it's true if he said it. So Von Wagner's dad, Mr. Wagner, was one of the Beverly Brothers. Go figure. I did not know that. So, you know, there's an old saying that you learn something every day. Well, I learned something today. That is Mr. Von Wagner's dad used to be one of the Beverly Brothers. So Robbie is like, now we can talk. Okay. So what's the point of having that stipulation last week where if Von Wagner loses, he's no longer going to be his manager. Now he's like, I'll tell you about my story. Why couldn't we just hear that weeks ago? This makes no sense to me. Oh, well. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to a pretty cool comic book-like promo with a kid, Axiom, looking into the mirror, says, I don't see a man in a mask when I look in the mirror. I see Axiom. So he asks, why does Scripps hide his voice? Well, Reggie hides behind a mask in catering. Anyway, Scripps is not his supervillain, and he'll prove that when they meet in the ring, and he's going to be done with him forever. You know, can we just go back to Reggie, please? Or just get rid of Scripps, Reggie, get him out of here, get him out of NXT, get him out of WWE, let him go to Impact. Coming up next on Impact Wrestling, we got the debut of Reginald. Comes out with a clown mask or something like that. I don't know. You know, maybe they'll probably do mask versus mask coming up. You know, Axiom versus Scripps, and Axiom should win. I mean, I already know. We already seen what Axiom kind of looks like if you follow A-Kid's career, and we all know what Reggie looks like. So I mean, what's the point of having a mask versus mask match if we both know what they look like underneath the mask? Oh, well, we got that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to a TikTok video from the beautiful Danny Palmer, who's dancing with Sol Ruka, the resident surfer girl. Dancey, stop it! So they see the newest member of the NXT roster, Tank Ledger, along with Hank Walker. So we have Hank the Tank, if you will. If they become a tag team, that's what they're going to be called, Hank and Tank. They're walking in, they're all celebrating him getting a contract and his first match on NXT TV. So they're all asking him about it. Danny's asking about it. She's all excited. And so Tank says it felt amazing, and that when she debuts, she'll crush it, and we'll be all behind you. So looks like we're gonna get Danny Palmer's NXT debut pretty soon. That's pretty damn nice. I mean, we've seen it on NXT Level Up. So, but the main show, we haven't seen it yet. But we'll get there. We're gonna get Obu Femi's debut next week. So all we need now is for Danny Palmer to debut. So the new NXT recruits are coming your way pretty soon. Okay. All right. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right. Then we get the Gigi versus Corey Jade. What's that? It's an match. They lock up. Corey just shoves Gigi. Gigi's like, "Oh, you want to be like that, bitch? Okay." So lock up again. Gigi snapped at Corey over. And then we have some counter wrestling, counter moves. Gigi with a kick to the arm sends Corey into the corner and knocks her down for a near fall. Then another snapmare and a kick to the back. Cora, I can't even talk. Cora stumbles into the corner where Gigi hits a Bronco Buster and a jackknife pin. Nicely done for a near fall. Cora takes Gigi down, springs off the ropes for a double stomp to the back for near fall as Gigi grabbed the rope. Corey slams her head first into the mat, locks in a straight jacket submission. Gigi somehow twists her way out of it, hits a backstabber. And then Gigi goes to work with some forearms, like kick off the ropes, then another kick and a roundhouse kick. They go off the ropes, Corey dodges a shot, nails Gigi in the face. She leaps at Gigi, who catches her, but Corey with a sunset flip. And then JC Jane distracts Gigi, so that storyline continues for a near fall. Gigi then pulls JC into the ring and then back out the other side. And then JC is sent into the ring steps. Ow! And then the best part of the night, Gigi sends JC over the announce table right on the Booker T, and Booker T falls down. Ah, yes! That made my night. Black snow. The shucky ducky quack quack. Yeah, Booker T was having fun with JC Jane on his freaking, on top of him. I bet. Should have been me. But I digress. Gigi rolls in the ring, gets nailed by a knee from Corey Jade. Then she hits the Corey Jade, the DDT 1-2-3. Corey J picks up the victory thanks to JC Jane. So it is what it is. But a match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. 3.5 minute match. Did I say 3.5 minutes? Forget that. So Corey J gets the win, and that's it. Afterwards, she gets on the mic, starts to talk about another victory, and then the lights go out, and then we hear like thunder and lightning, and like the Undertaker's coming out. No, it's Lyra Valkyria, my lassie from Dublin, Ireland. Yeah, she appears on the stage like she does, like there's like smoke. I'm like, where is she? She's talking, we can hear her, but where is she? So she kind of like, I thought she like came up like a lift onto the balcony. That was kind of cool. That entrance was kind of cool. But she says the time for talk is over, and next week, your claim to be the savior of the women's division will be tested when we do battle at Spring Breakin. See what happens with that. That should be a pretty decent match. And we'll see what happens next week with Corey Jade and the lovely lassie from Ireland, Lyra Valkyria. Looking hot. Ooh, smoking hot. But I digress. Alright, we go to the back with Mackenzie Mitchell and her guest, Carl Fredericks, or Eddie Thorpe, asking what's next for him. So he says, I'm still kind of soaking it all in. I traveled everywhere, like Japan. Focus on enhancing his skill set so I can be prepared when the time comes. He says people have stereotypical views of Native Americans. And then Damon Kemp comes in and says he was seeing what the new guy was all about. Like, here's the flavor of the month. So he says, keep up the good work, kid. You might have something. Something to watch, something to look at. So we'll see what happens with that in the next few weeks. But pretty decent segment. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right. Then we go back to, the Fallon Henley, Josh Briggs, Kiana James, Brooks Jensen saga, or As the World Turns. So Fallon meets Briggs at the bar. Briggs says, I can't make any sense of this. Fallon says, Fallon, don't call me Don Henley, by the way. Fallon says that Kiana has Jensen wrapped around her finger, among other things. She has her legs wrapped around his dick, if you know what I mean. It's going to cool off. It's not going to last long. And then Jensen walks in with Kiana. And then Fallon's like, hey, you want a drink? And Jensen's like, we don't drink these primitive drinks here. Something like that. Briggs says, I know you didn't mean anything by it. You didn't mean anything what you said. But Jensen's like, hell no, I meant every word I said. He says, I'm the better of the team. Oh, so we're doing the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty type thing, are we? He didn't need Jannetty. Just throw him out the window this time, Jannetty trying to jump out the window to escape. Are you blind? So getting one of those, he didn't need Jannetty type things. So Jensen's like, I'm the better man of the team. And Fallon's just jealous because me and Kiana have a good relationship. Okay. So he challenges, he's like, all right, it's like, how about next week we have a mixed tag team match? You and Briggs against me and Kiana. So Fallon and Briggs agree on it. And then Fallon tells them to get the hell out of her bar. And then they leave. So I'm like, is this fucking thing gonna end? I mean, it finally got to Jensen, getting his dick sucked and, Kiana riding him probably like for hours. Who knows? Finally popped his cherry after getting the first base. Now he's fucking her probably on a daily basis. Who knows? And I'm like, okay, now we get a tag team match out of this, but who the fuck is Sebastian? Are we gonna ever find out who Sebastian is? Do we have to wait another 6 fucking months? It's like JD always said, long-term booking. So, I mean, this is the longest long-term booking storyline I've ever seen. When are we going to find out who Sebastian is? We found out who Zach was, which was Kiana's brother. Who's Sebastian? Her cousin? Knowing WWE don't do something stupid like that. We don't even know who he is, or what his relationship is with with Fallon, with Kiana James. Like they went out and banged. Who knows? Because Fallon's like, oh, you want to get with a girl that cheated on you so many times? And Prince Jed's like, fuck, I don't give a shit. I'm fucking her now. I don't know. So we got that. So that's next week on the program. And that's it. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. I really want to know who Sebastian is. By the summer, we got to know. Inquiring minds have to know. That's it. All right, then we go back to the arena final. We have our next match. Dominic Dijak against Apollo Crews in his weird, ugly, blue tights. Ugh. Anyway, match is all right. They lock up. They break. We know, but no advantage right there. We get a waist lock takedown by Apollo. Dijak turns around, gets a shot into ropes, and he gets run over. Then we get a headlock takedown by Apollo. Dijak gets back to his feet and almost powers out of a headlock, but Apollo somehow cinched it in really tight. That's what she said. And then Cruz gets sent into the corner, goes up and over Dijak, goes off the ropes. Cruz leaps over Dijak, hits a beautiful drop kick, then locks in a waist lock on Dijak, who grabs the ropes for a break. Nails Cruz with a back elbow. Then he charges Cruz. Cruz hits a German suplex. Then another one. Then a third one for a near fall. Then he grabs Dijak, gets pulled to the outside. Gets on the apron and gets nailed. Dijak goes for a suplex into the ring. Cruz blocks it. Dijak then snaps Cruz's throat against the ropes. Knocks Cruz off the apron into the announce table as we go to break. Come back, Dijak beats on Cruz, who's on the apron. Cruz hangs Dijak on the ropes. Goes up top, leaps off an axe handle. Then he runs Dijak over, gaining momentum. Leaping clothesline off the ropes to Dijak. Then a big splash in the corner, and a blockbuster for a near fall. Then Cruz goes up top. Goes to the frog splash. Not the Eddie Guerrero, they say. Why is everybody trying to do a frog splash like me? I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. But anyway, goes for his frog splash, and Dijak moved. No water in the pool for you, sir. Rolls through. And then fisted Dijak. German suplex with Dijak lands on his feet. Dijak with a big discus boot for an air fall. He goes up and waits for Apollo to get up. He goozles Cruz, goes for a super choke slam, but Cruz with a knee to the jaw. And then Apollo with a standing moonsault. Dijak moved out of the way, grabs Cruz for a hard justice, and he hits that. Somehow, Apollo kicked out at 2.99999999999993314.5. Apollo catches Dijak, charging in with a back elbow. Leaps over Dijak, but gets caught on his back. Then he hits the feast your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Dominic Dijak gets the win in under 10 minutes. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Dijak tries to attack Apollo, but then the Russian Ilya Dragunov, he comes out, makes the save, and then a lot of security have to come out and separate Dijak from Ilya, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that situation, and we move on with that. But good win for Dijak, and we'll see what happens with him and the Russian Ilya Dragunov when we get there. All right, after that, we go to JC Jane, exits the performance center, goes into the dreaded parking lot. No! And she's asked by the random cameraman why she keeps inserting herself into Gigi's matches. Why do you get all up in her business? JC says, I'm not done with her yet. I'm not done with you yet! Like Braun Strowman said to Roman. What happened with that? You lost! So anyway, she says Gigi neglected to mention that she abandoned her little brother at the age of 17. Says Gigi is no noble soul and would rather wrestle on the indies than help her own brother. So then she gets in the car, but then pops back out, says, when I'm done with Gigi, she's gonna run from NXT like she did to her little brother and her mom. Ooh. Getting a little bit personal here. Wait, really personal with Gigi's backstory, like her Priscilla Kelly days. Holy shit. I like it. So we'll see what happens with that as we roll on. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. That's a very, very eye-opening with JC Jane's promo there. Very nice. All right, go back inside the arena for our next match for the North American title. We have Wesley taking on Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, with Q Gulak at ringside. Pretty decent match. I'm going to paraphrase this one because I don't want to go into all of it. So it's pretty long. 8.5 minutes, or a little over 8.5 minutes. Getting to the end, and Dempsey hit a German with a bridge for a near fall. Dempsey's all frustrated, sends Lee into the corner, starts beating him up. German suplex gets blocked. He snaps it in, but Lee lands on his feet. Dempsey then charges into a super kick, then an enziguri, and then Gulak gets on the apron, but Wesley kicks him off the apron. Then he hits the cardiac kick. 1, 2, 3. Wesley still your North American champion. Match is alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Gulak tries to attack at the bell. After the bell, I should say. Dempsey joins in for a 2-on-1 beatdown. And then Gulak hits a power bomb. And then Charlie Dempsey with a full Nelson suplex. And Gulak starts talking shit. So it looks like we're going to get Drew Gulak versus Wesley for the North American title pretty soon. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to my favorite part of the night. We have we go to the Italian restaurant. And no, Billy Joel wasn't there singing scenes from an Italian restaurant. Bottle of red, bottle of white. Whatever you're into tonight. Something like that. So we have, hey, my cousin, get in here. Hey, it's my cousin, Tony D'Angelo, ladies and gentlemen, my cousin. He's actually my cousin. No, it's not my cousin. But I got to call him my cousin because he's Italian. Paisan, hey. My cousin, ladies and gentlemen. Tony D'Angelo and Stax, the family, are at the restaurant. They seem really dejected at how Pretty Deadly ripped their jacket and tore Tony's hat. So Stax wants to take them to the docks and do some damage there. But Tony has a different idea. And he says, hey, remember what we did to Paulie Montgomery? Who's that guy? Probably some guy. So Tony says if Pretty Deadly wants to play rough, we're going to do it next week in the first ever trunk match, like I mentioned before. So then they, have a nice toast of some vino, or whatever they were probably drinking vino. It's wine. And that's it. So next week, it's on the first ever trunk match. Now, does it start in the ring or does it start in the parking lot? That's what I want to know. I assume it would start in the parking lot. So in reality, it's a parking lot brawl. We haven't seen that in a while. But I would assume it's going to start in the parking lot and has to end with both members of the team being put in the trunk, and the trunk has to slam shut. So we got that. So we shall see what happens with that, and we move on with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see a vignette promo for Obi Femi. I think he's Jamaican or African. He's like throwing furniture, barrels, or anything but the kitchen sink onto a field. So we're gonna see him debut next week. Okay. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Get that. So here's the card for NXT Spring Breakin' next week on the program. For the NXT Women's title, we got a triple threat match. Indy Hartwell defending against Tiffany Stratton and Roxy. Braun Breaker versus Andre Chase. We got a mixed tag team match. Fallon, Don't Call Me John Henley. And Josh Briggs taking on Kiana James and Brooks Jensen. Guess who wins that? Corey J versus Lyra Valkyria. We got the first ever trunk match between Tony D'Angelo and Stax the Family taking on Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. And the main event, well, should be the main event, for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship, Carmelo Hayes taking on I Did It, Grayson Waller. And that's it for Spring Breakin on this coming Tuesday on the program. And we move on. Alright, then we get to the final segment of the night, the Grayson Waller effect. So he welcomes us to the show, and he welcomes us to Instagram Live as well. And we're talking Spring Breakin', where we have a lot of matches, but the main event is the NXT title match with his guest, Carmelo Hayes. So Carmelo comes out, and when Melo shoots, he don't miss. And he comes out with his good buddy, Trick Williams. They come down into the ring, sit down next to each other. So Waller welcomes them to the show, says there's some big energy, but the vibe is kind of off. He normally hates his guests, but everyone likes Melo. Everyone likes Melo. Waller says, I know you wish it was Braun Breaker sitting here. Melo says, well, you always manage to find yourself in the number one contender spot. Yeah, like the cheat and everything. And Gray's like, yeah, that's right, that's me. So he says life is good, and he stays living. He's cool. Waller says Melo says the same thing every freaking week. I'm thinking of the Roman promo. It's the same thing over and over and over. It's like missionary position every single night. Ugh. Pretty much that was Grayson was saying. But anyway, it's the same thing every week about all the titles he's won. But I've become as big a star as you have without the title. And which means that Waller is what the title needs. Melo tries to talk, but Waller cuts him off. Goes to a question from the fans on Instagram asking what I am him means. Melo says every time I walk in the building, they say my name, and if that's not him, I don't know what it is. So then the crowd's like, Melo, Melo. So Waller says that Carmelo is actually them. Are we talking about them from Impact? No. 10. Anyway. And wouldn't be holding any banner without Trick. So Melo calms Trick down and says, we all know your tricks. Melo says Waller's stolen every opportunity he's ever had, and there's greatness in that. There's Waller just above it, and then there's Carmelo Hayes. He says Waller just might not be that guy to beat him. So he's like, let's go look at the Tron. How many banners you have? That's right, none. So Waller says, how about we talk about stand and deliver? Waller says Melo was made and won the title, but Grayson says I stole the show, and the main event happened before you even won before the last match. Melo says 6 out of 10, but there's 3 more than any woman he's ever been with. Ooh, that's really a little bit low. They start talking about their futures. Melo says Logan Paul may be looking for someone for the prime costume. Whatever that means. Oh, I get it. But when that idiot KSI was there, in that stupid costume. Waller says even in that, I'd still be more than either one of you. He says the viral moment will happen next week, and he'll do a shoey over Melo. I think he said that it's like, oh, he said you're gonna go. It's like after I win, you're gonna be carrying Omos's bags and stuff. I'm like, oh, really? You're gonna go to MVP and he's gonna hang out, go carry Omos's bags? The tease to the Hurt Business 3.0 with Melo, Omos, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin with MVP there. I was hoping for that. They're doing it? No. I don't think they're going to do it. They should, but they're probably not. Stupid. But anyway, so next week I'm going to do a shoey over you. Melo asks how that's going to happen when I put Walter's shoe in the power line. So Melo then says, and still, and then Waller raises his shoe. They trash talk each other, and then the show ends. But if you follow Cruisin Waller on Instagram, they were still talking. Then a big brawl breaks out, and then referees and agents had to stop them, and that's pretty much it. They should have went an extra 2 minutes and then ended like fade out really quickly with the brawl, but they didn't do that. It is what it is. So that's pretty much it. So I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens next week with Melo and Grayson Waller. I just don't think Grayson's going to win the belt. He's going to probably lose, and then he's going to go to the main roster. Pretty Deadly's going to go to the main roster. Maybe Roxy goes to the main roster. I don't know who else might go, but I think the big three will probably be, well, big four. I think Indy's going to lose the belt to Tiffany Stratton. She's going to go to the main roster to be with Johnny Gargano, Candice, and Dexter, the Reformed Away. Well, Reformed Away, so you got that. Roxy will probably just come up, just to add more spice to the women's division. Maybe Zoe Stark. We'll see. Grayson Waller. I would probably say the Yes Boys. So that's really 6 people. And maybe Braun Breaker, but we'll see about that. So probably 6, maybe 7 people from NXT are going to get drafted to Raw and SmackDown, and then somebody from Raw and SmackDown is going to go down there in their place. So probably 6 people going to NXT. Who? I don't know. Maybe Ricochet should go back to NXT. But we'll see what happens with that. Next Friday night on SmackDown. Gonna be a big show. And that's not the big show. The big slow. No, not that. But we got that. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that ends NXT. That was a pretty good show. And I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. You can do your own video if you want. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. They're all in the description box below. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You gotta be real. If you're not, go fuck yourself. And rot. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell and basically treat it like it's your bitch, so you don't miss another video. And that's pretty much it. So that's it. So thank you all for watching. Thank you to Muhammad for coming in. And anybody else who watched, thank you for the free view. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to edit this up and go to sleep. And I got do it all over again tomorrow. Gotta make the money. Then I gotta go out and do some errands tomorrow. And then we'll be back tomorrow night for AEW Dynamite from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a great show. Don't forget the Mets are going to be on tomorrow at around 3:05 p.m. in LA to finish that series off. Max Scherzer and Noah Syndergaard. Should be a good game. Hopefully the Mets win that game, but we'll see. And then they're off to San Francisco for the weekend. Big 4-game series. Got the Ghost, Kodai Senga, on the mound on Thursday. And then Cookie Carrasco on Friday. And then I would assume David Peterson on Saturday. Tyler McGill on Sunday. As far as Justin Verlander goes, he's going to be on a 5-day rehab stint. So he's coming back sometime in May. So it'll probably be after the Brave series. So we'll see him for the first time ever in a Met uniform. Hopefully nothing, he doesn't have a setback and then he's gone for good. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So good things happening, and we'll see what happens with that. Knicks lost big tonight to the Cavaliers, so that series is not at 1. Going back to MSG on, I believe, Thursday night. So we got that. The Rangers won tonight, 5-2. They're up 1-0 in the best-of-7 series against the Devils. Tampa Bay won. The Lightning won tonight. So that's nice. That's that. I think the Islanders and the Carolina Hurricanes played. Don't care very much about that series, but we'll see. But Rangers win Game 1. Game 2, Thursday night at the Pebble in Newark. We'll see if the Rangers can bring it home to MSG, up 2-0, and, do some damage in Game 3. Really knock the Devils out. But we'll have to see Thursday night on Game 3, I think it's on ABC. Game 1 was actually on TBS, so Thursday should be on TBS. So if you want to watch the game on Thursday, you could, unless you want to watch Ring of Honor. But I will watch Ring of Honor after the Ranger game. So Thursday after the Rangers, I will be watching that, and then I will do my Ring of Honor review on the Killer Demons channel. Tomorrow night, we got Dynamite right here on the channel. And then Friday night, we got your SmackDown review on the main channel. And then Saturday we got Rampage at 10 p.m. Remember, 10 p.m. this week on Saturday. So we got that, and then we have a quick day off on Sunday, and then we're back at it again on Monday for Monday Night Raw, the final Raw of April. And we got 2 more Raws and 3 more SmackDowns before Backlash from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, that's just too goddamn bad, bitch. Because me and the entire Prophecy Armada and everybody else, we all got 3 motherfucking words for you. Fuck you, man. Pretty much it. Not down with that, too fucking bad. That's it. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. If you're in the East Coast, go to sleep. Be on the West Coast, start thinking about going to sleep or just go to sleep. And I will be back tomorrow night. So until next time, adios and peace. Bye.